Well, am I live? Let's take a look. I am. Hopefully, I'm live on. Yes, YouTube. Hello. LinkedIn. Hello. Facebook family and friends. Hello. So good to see you. Yes, you. Man, some weeks I struggle with exactly what to come in here and share, and this week I find myself struggling with what not to share, which is an interesting dynamic. So, hey, if you're joining me, whether it's your first time, whether you have been here before, I'd love to hear from you. Just comment to me, and hopefully, all of my chat features are working like they're supposed to, and I can see those. Let me back up and see. Turn on my chat function here, so I can communicate with you if you're chatting with me. So we just finished up 6 weeks, wonderful small group sessions, working through the 48 Days to the Work and Life You Love seminar. And man, I'm just inspired by seeing people creating the action plans that are going to make a difference in how they work and how they live. So that's been a wonderful 6 weeks. We spent, a couple hours each week together working through that content, that material. To help them navigate. So, one of the things I find as entrepreneurs or as business leaders or maybe even people who are stuck in work that they just don't love is they're sometimes waiting for people to give them an action plan to help them identify the road signs that are going to point in the direction that they're supposed to be going. And the truth is, you have everything you need right now. Everything is within you. Sometimes what it takes is having the right support system, the right people to guide you through uncovering what that looks like for you as an individual and identifying what your success looks like, and then creating a plan that's going to help you move into that version of success that you want most to see in your life, in your work, in your income. And so that's just been a wonderful experience. And so I'm so grateful to have been a part of that with the 48 Days community and Dan Miller. And I'm just grateful for the opportunities that have presented themselves through building genuine connections with people and being curious in nature about the things that they're doing and looking for opportunities to help them continue to think differently, to gain new insights, gain clarity on what their next steps might be. And it's just such a rewarding place to be for me. And if you want, you're looking for that experience for yourself, I'm just going to encourage you to pursue the things that you find bring you the most joy. When you're having conversations with people, what are the things that stand out that make your ears flare up and say, wow, that is super intriguing. And how can you do more of that for yourself? That's what I would start with from an encouragement perspective. And then I wanted to promise, the title today is The True Cost of Not Having the Right Support in your business, in your life, whatever it may be. And I just want to give you a simple formula to answer that question for yourself. I want you to think about this past year. What has your average monthly income been? And then I want you to write that down. What's that number? Then I want you to think about what is the average monthly income you would most like to have, or even the average monthly income that would make you go, wow, this is where I wanted to be. And write that number down, whatever it looks like. Total up the difference in the two. So, if your average monthly income for the past, year has been, $5,000, $10,000 a month. I'm going to use 10 because Dan's not very good at math. But if your average monthly income was $10,000, but you really want to make $30,000 a month, then the true cost for you of not having the right people are, maybe you've considered or thought about hiring a coach, but just haven't done it. Maybe you have considered outsourcing some of the things you're not great at, but you haven't done it. Maybe that's getting help with your marketing. Maybe it's help with your messaging or the copywriting, or maybe it's a business strategist, someone to come in and consult based on their experiences, and just help you look at new ways to improve or grow what you're already doing, or what you want to do. Whatever it is, the cost of not taking action to hire them, to outsource, to connect with people who are not naysayers in your life, people who have done what you're trying to do, or people that can advise you on thinking new ways of doing what you'd like to do. The true cost is the gap. That gap, if you wanted to make $30,000, but your average monthly income has been $10,000 a month, that's a $20,000 gap. Over a 1-year period, the true cost for you is potentially $240,000. It's costing you $240,000 by not spending that $10, $12, $15, or even $20,000 to hire the right support, the right growth strategist, the right coach, the right consultant. And I don't want to see you suffer that cost any more than you want to suffer that cost. But if that's a cost you choose to continue to bear, then I just want you to understand what that looks like. So, I want to do this. I want to invite you to just have a conversation with me. If you're challenged with something, you're struggling to break free of, particular mindsets, or you want some help looking at new ways to bring your product or your service to market, connect with more of the right people, or even to clarify your messaging, or what it is that you're offering people. Those are all things that I'd love to be able to talk to you about. Maybe we just evaluate your marketing and look at new strategies. Maybe we can review your copy and find areas to improve. Maybe we can talk about some of the challenges you're facing and create new insights and help you gain the clarity and the confidence that you're looking for in order to be able to make the next choices for your business. Look, I've worked with several people to do that. And my passion is just connecting with people and finding out how we can bring more of that light to your life, more of the things that inspire you, connecting with more of the people that are going to encourage and support you in the way that you want to be supported, the way that you want to grow. Maybe that's just sharing resources with you. Maybe it's coaching. Maybe it's, marketing consulting or copy consulting, whatever it looks like. I just invite you to connect with me. Schedule a call, talkwithdanw.com, and let's talk about what you're looking for, what you're looking at, where you're trying to go, and let's identify the right opportunities for you to start getting there. Now's the time, right? We're coming up on 2 years in this pandemic. More and more people are finding success in new ways they hadn't thought of before. And sometimes it's just looking at what you've done. What value do you bring to the table, and how can you utilize those gifts, talents, and abilities in a new way that's going to help other people solve some challenges that they're facing? Maybe it's other businesses, maybe it's other entrepreneurs. Whatever it looks like, I'd love to be a part of that, even if it's, again, just sharing resources or helping you find the right coach or the right people to connect with. Maybe it's helping you find the right community. That is what was on my heart to share with you today. So I'd love to invite you to schedule time with me, talkwithdanw.com. There's no obligation. I'm not going to make a sales pitch. What I will do is invite you to experience what coaching is with me. And if at the end of our time together, you want to find out more about what that looks like, to experience it again, maybe enter into that professional coaching relationship with me, I'm happy to talk to you about that. But I'm not going to try and pitch you. I'm not going to try and sell you on something, one, that you don't need, or two, that you might not be ready for with me in particular. And that's fine. Again, there's no obligation there. I just want to connect with people in more than this superficial level of Facebook or Instagram or LinkedIn messages. Those connections are wonderful, and I'm grateful for the people in my community, but that's superficial. I really want to be able to connect with more people deeply and help more people better. That's my motto, helping more people better. So I'd love to be able to do that with you. Let's see here. I'm going to check the chat. I don't see any comments. I don't know if it's working or if it's not working, but if you're here and you want to say hello, I don't mind at all. So while I'm on the topic of connecting, I've shared in several places that that's something I'm working on, is sharing what's worked well for me, how I've been successful in building community, creating opportunities in different places. I've worked with, Dan Miller and Ashley Logsden, who is like all things 48 Days to the Work and Life You Love with Dan Miller, best-selling author of the book by the same name. I've helped them clarify, how they're positioning themselves for the future of their business and where they really want to be. And I'm extremely grateful for those opportunities. But I've helped a stay-at-home mom to start and grow her business as a virtual assistant. And now she's come back and said, her income has gone from very little to 3 times what she was making when we first started talking. I helped a college professor to identify strategies to build a coaching program that was going to enable more doctoral candidates to complete their theses or their dissertations, where they usually get stuck and they're wasting even more money by not completing it, by spending another semester in school trying to figure out where they're going with those topics. And now she's got a business that she's looking at training other coaches to come in and expand her capacity so she can help even more students. She surpassed her regular full-time salary as a result of building her business, and just helping her gain clarity and new insights about reaching the right people and positioning herself to approach those discussions and conversations with a new level of confidence has been extremely rewarding for me. But more importantly, has helped her to find the business and the work that she's truly loving. You can hear more from her on our recent podcast episode. She has not only one business, but now 3 that she's thriving in, plus a full-time job. What an amazing entrepreneur, and I love connecting with her on a continual basis. But I've helped other people, agency owners who were struggling to identify clear strategies for their systems and processes, or identifying the right technical components to continue to scale and grow what they're doing. And so whatever the conversation is, if there's something you're challenged with, I just want to invite you to connect with me at a different level beyond this surface level Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn opportunity. So I think with that, I'll share my 3 takeaways from building community, building those opportunities, creating connections with people. It starts with identifying people you are interested in, people who are doing things that inspire you or are inspiring others and you're intrigued by it. Getting involved in those conversations with them, asking them from a genuine place of curiosity, what makes them tick? How did they find those things? That's 2 components of a book I'm writing, which is the connect and the engage phases, so to speak, or the components of connection, identifying people who you truly want to be connected with, people you can see yourself spending time with, and then intentionally engaging with them. That's coming from a place of genuine curiosity and what it is that they're doing, who they are, and maybe even where you can best support them in their adventures and their journey. And I take that straight out of my lessons from my StoryBrand experience, having been a former certified guide with StoryBrand. One of the paradigm shifts that they introduce in all of their training and teachings in the books, Building a StoryBrand is the book, if you're not familiar, is positioning your potential customers, your clients, as the hero in their own journey. And that's all I'm suggesting, is that when you are building those personal connections, you position them as a hero, someone you're genuinely interested in learning more about. And that has led for me to so many new opportunities to support people in ways that I couldn't have imagined only a few years ago when I first ventured out into entrepreneurial activities. Not everything I have tried has worked. And so you're not alone if that's how you feel, by the way. I know that many people struggle with creating more of the income that they desire, or connecting with more of the right people to get involved with and support their business, and to identify those ways to scale and grow that enable them to do what it is they wanted to do when they ventured out in the first place. You ventured into entrepreneurship either to help solve a problem in the world that you saw, or because you wanted a way to just create more time freedom. And I'm just going to say, I'm curious how that's working for you. I know I talk to too many people who are struggling with that. It's the common antidote about entrepreneurship is that you started out wanting more time freedom, and you wanted to be able to gain more profit, more income, more stability, whatever it is you were looking for, and you find yourselves working into a job that you now can't get away from. And I want to be able to help you navigate those challenges. I want to be able to help you make more money by doing less work. So again, I'm going to invite you to connect with me. Let's just talk. What are your challenges? What are the things you've got going on? What are the things that you're excited about today? If you don't want to share them here in the comments, that's okay. Let's really just have a conversation. Those are the things I want to know about. And if there's an opportunity for me to support you in a way that is going to be helpful, that's wonderful. And if not, that's okay too. Again, there's no obligation, no sales pitch, just genuine connection. So schedule a call with me, talkwithdanw.com. I'd love to just hear from you and connect in a different way. Those are my thoughts for today. Those are the things I came to share. Again, just revisiting the true cost of not connecting with the people who can best support you, whether that's hiring a coach, hiring a marketing professional, or hiring other people to do the things that either you're not great at or you don't find the time to do yourself. And those are things that need to be done. The true cost is the difference between your monthly average income over the past year and the monthly average income you would like to ultimately have. So the example I gave was if your monthly average income was $10,000 a month for the past year, that's great. First of all, that's, six-figure income. But if you really wanted to be doing $30,000, that's a $20,000 a month gap. And at the end of the year, that's $240,000 in lost opportunity, lost income, lost cost. That's the true cost. So I hope that that's helpful, encouraging, or maybe even inspiring for someone today. And I look forward to hearing from you. Again, love to connect with you in a different place and just have a conversation. So until I hear from you, next time, I think I'll be back Thursday. Have a wonderful day. Enjoy your week. And I hope that you do something productive to share kindness with the rest of the world today.